How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And I'm kind of cheating. I'm actually recording on the same day with the Friday Night Magic Historical Access event. And this time we're going to be trying Mardu Goblins. So without further ado, here we go. I call this FMG fucking Mardu Goblins. Okay, so let's get into it. On to the 2 drops. Yeah, we're skipping out on the 1. I have the full play set of Goblin Instigator. He's a 1/1, and when he comes into the play, we create a 1/1 red Goblin creature token. On to the 3 drops. We're running 2 copies of Krenko Tin Street Kingpin. He's a 1/2, and whenever Krenko Tin Street Kingpin attacks, we put a +1/+1 counter on him. And then we create that many number of 1/1 red goblin creature tokens equal to Krenko's power. Running the full play set of Legion Warboss. He's a 2/2 with Mentor. In the beginning of combat on our turn, we create a 1/1 red goblin creature token, and that token gains haste until the end of turn and attacks this combat if able. Full play set of Goblin Chieftain. He's a 2/2 with haste, and other goblin creatures you control get +1/+1 and have haste. Running the full play set of Goblin Warchief. He's a 2/2, and it says goblin spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and goblins you control have haste. On to the 4 drop, we're running the full play set of Goblin Trashmaster. He's a 3/3. It says other goblins you control get +1/+1, and then we can sacrifice a goblin and destroy target artifact. Excuse me. 2 copies of Krenko Mob Boss. He's a 3/3. We can tap him and create an X 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, where X is the number of goblins we control. And this is where the spice comes in. Running 3 copies of Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord. He comes in at 4 loyalty, and it says, as long as it's your turn, creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelink. And we can +2 him, and Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. And then we can -X and return target creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. On to the 5 drops. Excuse me. Onto the 5 drops, we're running 2 copies of Brash Taunter. He's a 1/1 with Indestructible, and whenever Brash Taunter is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. We can activate his ability and tap him, and Brash Taunter fights another target creature. And then 3 copies of Siege Gang Commander. He's a 2/2, and when he enters the battlefield, we create 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. We can activate his ability and sacrifice a goblin. Siege Gang Commander deals 2 damage to any target. And then finally at the top end, we have 3 copies of Muxus Goblin Grandee. He's a 4/4. When he enters the battlefield, we reveal the top 6 cards of our library, and we put all goblin creature cards with converted mana cost 5 or less from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. And whenever Muxus attacks, it gets +1/+1 until the end of turn, where for each goblin you control. So you can see the only non-goblin card we have is our Sorin, which allows us to not only hopefully stabilize with the massive amount of goblin tokens we should be making, but also we can recur threats like our Krenkos, our Chieftains, our Warchiefs, our Mob Boss, or anything. Even the Siege Gang, at one point, we can just get the value for that again. And then Muxus just... Now, normally in this type of a deck, we'd be running less lands, but I'm actually running 25. Normally in a deck like this, they want to run a little bit lower to the ground, like 20, 21 lands. We're taking a different approach here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the mana base. I have 7 mountains, 3 Blood Crypts, 4 Dragonskull Summits, 4 copies of Clifftop Retreat, 3 Sacred Foundries, and then 4 Savai Triomes. So we have a 3.7 converted mana cost, running 32 creatures with 25 lands. And before we get into the event, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Also, feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And lastly, if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. And one more tidbit that I have to say that I'm very proud of. If you're going to be a new subscriber to my YouTube channel, if it's on the video or whatever, just leave me a comment saying, hey, blah, 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 something I subscribed. And once I confirm the subscription, I will respond with the code, in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. It could be gems, gold, rare card styles, mythic rare, whatever. And the same goes for anybody that's following me on Twitch, DREMORIAN. If you follow me, same thing. If we're in the chat, just just message me in the chat saying, "Hey, I just followed," or blah blah blah, and I will respond with the code as well. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's hop into some games. Let's see how we do. So excited for this event. Jeff Mon. Okay. Alright, so we got a nice 3-lander here. We have no early plays, so we're going to mulligan this. This looks much, much better. So we're going to keep this. I think we dropped the Siege Gang, unfortunately. We'll lead off with the Blood Crypt here. Since we have no 1-drop, we'll let that come into play tapped. Pass the turn. Next turn we'll be playing our Goblin Instigator. Maybe. In a perfect world, if I had all the rare cards to make this deck, which I certainly don't, I could fantasize about doing some, instead of Sorin, maybe like put in a Luminous Broodmoth, because no Goblin ever had any flying. So I feel like that could be a pretty tasty combo, as you'd say. Well, apparently Jeff Mon is in La La Land here, so he discards an Adonto Vanguard. That's nice. Well, since this is both a swamp and a mountain, we're going to play our Clifftop. We're going to play our Goblin Instigator. Question is, do we hit him with the Goblin Chieftain? Go for the Legion Warboss. I think we're going to go Goblin Chieftain, right? Because that immediately pumps all of our creatures, including him. Yeah, I think that's the play. And then next turn we can play Legion Warboss. Can I... Oh no, it does say other Goblin creatures we control have +1/+1 and have haste. There's a couple of them, like Goblin Chieftain and Goblin, I think it's Warchief. Very similar sounding. They kind of do the same thing. So, kind of getting those confused. But apparently this, our opponent is not here today. And a Temple of Triumph. Well, like I said, I think that's a good game. I mean, so turn 3 we have We've done 10 damage. Or my apologies, we've done 6 damage? 6. I'm thinking of the next turn. Okay. Well. Anytime I'm playing somebody like this, I'd like to think it's like a connection issue and they're not just being a dick and not just not playing. Although I would be curious to actually play this person because he's playing a Danto, Vanguard, and Temple of Triumph. Several builds, Boros builds that will evolve. Okay. There we go. Alright, well. A win is a win, unfortunately, and I will take it. Cool. 3 out of 2. Alright. But yeah, especially with this latest release from Jumpstart with these goblins, man, they're just deadly. Alright, so no 2-drop, but like I said, we don't have any 1-drops, and considering we have a Muxus, we have a 4-lander here, we have all of our colors, I think we'll keep this. I'm going to lead off with the Blood Crypt, since we don't have a turn 1 play. We'll have that enter the battlefield tapped. Looking to draw into a Goblin Instigator, but that's okay. Apparently, Ketria. So we're at Timor. Hopefully this isn't Timor Reclamation. Looks like it. Okay, well, do I think I do Goblin Chieftain first, right? Because on the next play we can play our Legion Warboss. Actually, Prison Reef. Okay. Not scared of you. Yeah, I think we'll just... Okay. Clifftop Retreat's nice. I think we'd use just... I don't know. Yeah. And unless our opponent has like a board wipe or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play Krenko. Yeah. Yeah. I really hope he attacks in here too. Ooh, Trashmaster. Yeah, I mean, I just think we just skip the one phase, right? I mean, you can't really... Goblins. I'm trying to think what he could have. Storm's Wrath. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's nice, but... Now, for those of you who are watching out there who haven't seen the savageness of the old school Goblin tribal decks, I mean, this is a really good example. Watch this. So I'm gonna play Muxus. See, I really don't even know what happened there. We're gonna attack with everything. And I mean, I don't even know how much damage that is. And if you think about it, we're only on turn 6 here. The opponent ramp. We just did 98 damage. 98 damage in one turn. Very satisfying, I'd say. Super duper cool. Super duper duper cool. Telling you guys, Mardu Goblins. It's the future. Mingudo. Rockin' the Teferi. Alright, okay. So once again, we have a nice 3-lander here. No 2-drop. Very, very slow. 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we'll keep this. Oh. Ooh. Fellow Goblin enthusiast, I like. We'll play our own Goblin Instigator. Into a Goblin Warchief. Well, Mingudo. So he sacrificed Skirk to put out his Goblin Warchief. Excuse me. Well, I think I'm just going in with you. Don't want to sacrifice these other two. Now we can have all types of fun. Ooh, red-black. Yeah, I don't mind that. Well, play our Savai, tapped. Play our Trashmaster. Smash the face. Yep. Tap. Yep. Alright. Let's see how much damage he can do in one turn. I mean, when you get into a match like this, it's just so hilarious. And I don't really even mind losing. Just look at this. Okay. Just gonna search his library for an individual goblin card. Put it into his hand. But I feel like that's too slow because I'm going to drop another Trashmaster. Hell, 3, 4... I mean, shit. If we get another Muxus, that's game. I mean, I think it's already game. But, yeah. I mean, this is a good example because this is a goblin, some type of a goblin deck versus another goblin. Red and black. I mean, yeah. So, see, yeah. He's trying to do the same thing we are. Here's the Goblin Instigator. That's great. What's the word here? I think this is the move. We're just trying to overwhelm right now. And I think that's all she wrote. Got him. So you can see versus another goblin deck. I think the main thing that happens with a traditional aggro goblin deck is they run so few lands. and I'm running 25 in mine, so that's an exceptionally high number for a Goblin deck, but you can feel like the results speak for themselves. But yeah, it's just a blast, you know. It's like one of those. It's definitely a best of one deck. I mean, I've been playing Magic on and off since I was a little boy, you know, in middle school, back when Magic first came out. But myself, in particular, I don't think I've ever heard of a traditionally like best of 3 Goblin deck, but I could be wrong. Alright, so anyways, we've got a 3-lander here, we've got a Goblin Instigator finally, into a Legion Warboss, into 2 Goblin Trashmasters. We'll definitely keep this. Oh, excuse me. We're going to start off with the Savai. Pardon me, I'm sorry. Very gassy, didn't I? I'm going to start off with the Savai because it comes into play tapped indefinitely. We can shock in the Blood Crypt if we absolutely have to, but we do have the Clifftop Retreat, which will come into play untapped because the Savai counts as all 3 at the same time. Okay, there's another Sacred Foundry. So, I mean, we're going to have the shock in, right, eventually, but we don't have to this turn. Let's just go ahead and play out the Goblin Instigator. He's eyeballing it. Oh. Ooh. Wild Growth Walker. Okay. So we already have a white source. We have 2 other white sources. I'm going to go ahead and play the Blood Crypt. We're just going to go in with this one. Just want to get maximum value because next turn we can have these all go in for 2. Sultai. He's getting a double, so he's going to gain 6 life here. This is one of my favorite mechanics in the historic format. The exploration, especially with this card here, just gets so retarded. Okay, so we'll play out the Sacred Foundry tapped. Okay, just go in with 1. The only thing that we have going for us is the Swarm, I'd say. Our opponent's playing Sultai, so they do have access to Extinction Event. That could be devastating. They will have access. Oh, I'm Raven's to Chupacabra. That will have access to. Okay, here we go. So I've got 4 here. I don't know if it's quite time to drop a Trashmaster. Maybe it is. Okay. Let's just start going in here. Just go in with all that. Gonna have to block with these 2. You can chump block with the Wild Growth Walker, but we're gonna keep coming in. We'd love to draw a Sorin here. In particular for 2 cards, Goblin Instigator, because we can re-trigger his Enter the Battlefield effect if we resurrect him with Sorin. Also, Muxus. I mean, most of the goblins in our deck have some type of Enter the Battlefield effect. I mean, would love to see a War Chief or something. Let's do this. Do this. Let's go in with you and you and you. Yep. Now you could imagine if we have had a Sorin out. I mean, and then we draw some of our like top end Krenko legendaries and we just shit on them with. Yeah. I mean, the thing is with the Goblin decks, like if you can't beat your opponent by turn 5 or 6, you're pretty much done. Especially in this type of form. Yeah. See, we're just drawing dead here. This is gonna keep getting out of control. He's got the Euro. Now, if he didn't have such an outrageous amount of life gain, I would say that we would be in a good position, but we're not. No sense in playing that one out. He has 5 or 6 cards in his hand. We're emptied out. It is what it is. I cry every time. But seriously, fucking Mardu Goblins, right? You never thought. Alright, so this is a very interesting hand. We have 2 Goblin Instigators, Brash Taunter, no black sources, and a Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord. I think we'll keep this. Playing against Namori, we'll lead off with the Sacred Foundry tap. Mono black, what is this? Mono black Vampires with Umori. Interesting. Can't be mad at that. Okay, let's just start pumping out them goblins. I'm assuming the opponent has another. Yeah. If he goes in with anything else, I will definitely be prioritizing the knights. Okay. So this is an interesting situation because he can only pump 1, which is shitty for me because, yeah, if I knew which one he would pump before, then it would make more sense, but I don't. Okay. So we'll just do that and do that. Now I can start kind of chumping. Yeah, I was gonna say you don't want to do that. But we'll do this and do this. We have to. We don't know which one. Which one they're gonna pump. You rock. Fuck out of here with that. We already have 2 white sources, so I feel comfortable getting rid of the Sacred Foundry. We'll have to draw a black source. It's one of those things, we only have 3 cards that have black mana, but like when you don't draw it, you really feel it, you know? Okay, let's do this. No sense in attacking in here, especially with our Chieftain. So we're gonna say no attacks here. This card will be very funny to play against our Knight of the Ebon Legion friend. Apparently our opponent missed the land drop here. One of these is getting pumped for sure. It's just so shitty, man. Yeah, he can get pumped too. So we'll block you, and I think we'll block you. I mean, I think unfortunately, just with the card like Knight, we already lose. Okay, so let's go back in. Let's look at our mana base here. I know even though we only have 3 copies of Sorin, right? Let's check this out. Yeah, we got fucking 3 copies of Sorin. I'm running, I got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fucking sources of black mana. I'm not changing that. We're just getting shit out of luck here. Alright, if you'll excuse me for just one moment, I have to use the restroom. Robbie Wasabi, what's up, man? Give me 1 second. If you're still on, I'm gonna respond to you with the code right now. Robbie, are you a? I'm assuming you're an arena player. Now, the code that I'm going to be sending you is case sensitive, so please make sure that you type it in yeah, type it in correctly, right? That's the word. And also, if I'm still going to be on, please let me know if the code works. If you're going to try it immediately, that would be awesome. I have several codes here, I'm not going to lie. They're all case sensitive, and I rewrote the codes by hand, so I just want to make sure that you're getting the reward for it. Okay, try this out. Robbie, you still there? Just sent the code now. Sorry, I was in the restroom. We shall continue. Once again, Robbie, thank you so much for the yeah, fucking arena, man. It does that. Well, I'm gonna be streaming for a bit, so just let me know if that code works for you. All right, so got a nice 3-lander here. Got a Goblin Warchief, Krenko. I think we're gonna keep this. Go ahead and start off with Savai, of course. Yeah, Robbie, when you restart, just let me... well, that's the thing right now. I don't know, you must be watching me on Twitch. What I do is I I stream on Twitch while I'm recording live for my YouTube channel, which is DREMORIAN'S LAIR. You'll have to search for it. It's DREMORIAN, DREMORIAN'S LAIR. Okay, so we already got the Savai. We have both. Really doesn't matter what we play here. I guess we'll just play Clifftop. But yeah, basically what I do is I stream while I'm recording simultaneously. So I'm streaming while I'm recording for my YouTube channel, if that makes sense. Okay, so we have the Clifftop Retreat, we have the Savai. I'm going to go ahead and play the Dragonskull. Go ahead and play Goblin Warchief. Smack him. Looks like we're up against Orzhov. Ooh. Flying. First strike. Just coming in from each attacking creature you control. That sounds nasty. She does have first strike though, but she's a 2/3. Hold on, Robbie. So you said you put the code in and you didn't get anything? Shocking one more, but it won't be. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Savai tapped. He will be a 2/3. So yeah, I'm gonna play both here. I'm gonna attack with both. I'm assuming he's gonna block the Krenko, or not. That's very interesting. Oh, so you need me to repost the code? Is what you're saying? I'm sorry. What do I want to do? 3, 4. Let's do this and get wrecked. It's so devastating. I mean, yeah, see, just quit. Yeah, man, no worries. I'm gonna repost it right now. Give me 5 seconds. Oh, see, I can't even fucking repost my own stuff. Alright, here we go. E K N K O G D W P. Oh yeah, man, Robbie, this shit's retarded. Like I said, I was kind of been cheating because they're giving me access to all the historic cards. I wish I could make more videos, but I recorded a video earlier in the day with Angels. Angels is probably one of my favorite archetypes and tribal decks anyways. Especially like with the new additions of like Linvala. Shut down half the shit. You get a Linvala, a Shalai, and like a Platinum Angel. Usually your opponents will just quit. Goblins though, man, it's just so explosive. And I still haven't been able to get it. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to combine the Goblin archetype with some type of recursive threat on top of the lifelink, you know? Like, that's the thing. I was, excuse me. I was playing a, excuse me. Sorry. I was playing a mono red, excuse me, historic goblin deck earlier with my angel build, and they would have completely destroyed me. He had like 20 20 plus something like creatures on the board on turn 5, and I only had like 3 or 4 like 3/3/4/4 angels, and then I dropped that Sorin. It was either the Sorin or the LAIR, and then, you know, all my creatures have lifelink, and then those angels have vigilance, and that's just all she wrote. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the spread and the wideness of a goblin deck, and be able to kind of recur some of those threats while stabilizing with the life gain that Sorin gives us. I think I think it can work. I mean, I'm running 3 copies. I haven't seen him in like the 4 games that I've been playing. All right, Robbie, I just reposted that for you. Just let me know if that works for you. If that code works for you. If it doesn't, I have a shitload of more codes. And it's not like the code doesn't... Right. Did that code work for you, Robbie? I just want to make sure before I go into this next game. Does that code go in the store? Yeah, if you click on the store... Click on the store icon, and you go to the top right, there'll be a little spot where you can type in the codes. And everything is case sensitive, so you have to make sure that that's right. You also have to put in the little dashes. Just let me know, I'll wait for you. Like I said, if that doesn't work, yeah, you have to use the dashes. No, it's not a hyphen, dash, right? So you have to hit shift, and then like right next to the plus key, there's that where the minus is. If you hold the shift, it'll give you that little dash symbol. Okay. That code didn't work? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna give you another one. I have a full list of codes. So basically what it is I got on the Wizards Content Creator program, and how that works is you know, you have to produce certain content, and then they give you rewards not only for yourself but also for your audience. Thing is I'm so small, I don't really have a big audience. Sorry, I'm typing in right now. It's like all these crazy uppercase, lowercase. See, try that one. Yeah, no worries, man. Like I said, man, just appreciate the follow. I don't know if you caught me in the beginning of my... Oh, that's cool, man. I've already played a lot today. You're actually the first person. So since I joined the creator program, you're actually the first person that's followed and or messaged me. So it's exciting to talk to a real person. Sometimes I do this for days on end and I don't really get any human response, right? So it's exciting. Well, I'm gonna hop into the next one. I'm not going anywhere, so if that one doesn't work for you, like I said, I have the codes, but like I said, I had to literally rewrite them by hand. All right, here we go. So I got a nice 2-lander here. I have no black source. We're gonna mulligan this. It's too expensive. All right, we've got a 4-lander here. Since we had the black and the white, I think I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to drop the Blood Crypt, right? I'm going to drop the Blood Crypt. We'll play Savai turn 1. We have no... Alright. It has to be me. Just hang in there real quick. I swear, I have a whole list here. Alright, so we're going to play the Clifftop Retreat. Yeah, just hang in there, Robbie. My bad. Play the Goblin Instigator. Try this next one. Oh, really? That's cool. Alright, sorry. I have to pay attention to him. Just don't go nowhere. We're gonna... I'm gonna keep posting codes until you get what you deserve, for sure. Like I said, just really appreciate the follow. I'm just gonna keep doing face. So this is Bant. This could be... God, there's a lot of nasty Bant shit going on. Could, like, Bant control. Yeah. Cry every time. Oh, just... Cool thing about Goblins is they just... A lot of recursion. There's a lot of haste mechanics, and there's a lot of pumping, at least in this particular build. We do have our black source and we do have our white source, so we can... I would love to draw into a Sorin. That would be fantastic. Oh, you're a card draw deck. Oh. Alright. Let's see if we can outpace this. Another very popular format in Historic right now is Bant Arc Bow. Alright, so we'll play her haste. If I play you, other goblins controls, it's 3. Right? I think we'd be aggressive here. If he wants to trade for her, that's fine. So you can see, even with the Euro, our opponent's already down to 10. And he killed half my creatures. While we're rating, Robbie, I don't know if you heard. I know you're watching me through Twitch right now, but I have a YouTube channel. It's called DREMORIAN'S LAIR, spelled the same way, DREMORIAN. LAIR. You'll have to search for it because I'm not really big. I don't have my own URL, but I will give you a double code. And like I said, I promise I will set you up right after this match, because let's see, is he running counter spells as well? No, look at that. Now watch this nasty shit right here. Bam. Now normally these creatures wouldn't have haste, but they do. So he's cycling Shark Typhoon for 4, but I think he's gonna want to block Krenko, yeah. Thing is, we're coming in and we're going deep. Now, he very well could have a Shadow of the Sky, but we're going to recover as soon as we play a Muxus. So he's growth spiraling. That tells me he doesn't have a board weight. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. That's it. No, I don't think it's you, man. I think it's me. Let me just... Because what happened is Wizard sent me an email with the codes, and everything is specifically case sensitive. So it was probably me. Yeah, no, that's just going to help you. Good game. Alright, I don't know if you saw this earlier, but when we play this Muxus, I did 98 damage on turn 6. I was thinking because this particular... Oh, don't quit. Oh, here. Here, give me a second. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm done recording for this. I'll link my YouTube